On Christmas Eve of 1945, the Sodder family of Fayetteville, West Virginia, prepared for night. George and Jenny Sodder, Italian immigrants, lived with 9 of their 10 children in a 2-story wooden house. The eldest son was away with the army, but the rest filled the rooms with holiday anticipation. By 1 in the morning, December 25th, the house was quieting. Some of the younger children asked to stay up late to play with gifts. Jenny allowed it. She went to bed. George and the older sons followed. Then, near 1:30 a.m., Jenny was woken by a phone call. A woman's voice asked for someone she did not know, laughed strangely, and hung up. As Jenny returned to sleep, she noticed the house was oddly still. Lights on, doors unlocked. She corrected them and lay down again. Not long after, she awoke once more, this time to the sound of something striking the roof, rolling down, and a faint smell of smoke. Within minutes, fire spread through the lower floor. Jenny and George rushed to gather the children. They managed to lead 4 outside. 5 remained upstairs: Maurice, Martha, Louis, Jenny Jr. and Betty, ages 5 to 14. George tried to reach them. The staircase was engulfed. He attempted to climb an outside wall, but the ladder that normally leaned there was missing. He drove his trucks toward the house to climb on them, but strangely, neither would start. The family could only stand outside, watching the home collapse in flames. By morning, the house was reduced to ash. Yet among the remains, no trace of the 5 children was found. No bones, no teeth, nothing. Authorities concluded the fire was accidental, caused by faulty wiring, and declared the children dead. But George and Jenny could not accept this. Experts told them bones should have survived even in such a fire. The couple began to suspect the children had not died in the flames at all. In the months and years that followed, fragments of testimony deepened the mystery. A telephone repairman said the family's phone line had been cut, not destroyed by fire. A bus driver recalled seeing strange lights in the sky that night. A neighbor claimed she saw someone throwing a ball of fire onto the Sodder roof. Another witness said she saw the missing children in a passing car during the blaze. In later years, reports came from far away. Children resembling the Sodders seen in a boarding house or in photographs mailed anonymously. The Sodders pursued every lead. They built a billboard along Route 16, displaying the children's faces with the words, "5 Sodder children missing," a landmark that stood for decades. They wrote to the FBI, hired private detectives, and never stopped pressing for answers. Officially, the case remains classified as a tragic house fire. Skeptics argue that the intensity of the blaze, coupled with wartime shortages of resources and expertise, led to incomplete conclusions. Others point out the many inconsistencies: the missing ladder, the silent trucks, the absence of remains, the cut phone line. George and Jenny died without resolution, but their surviving children carried the search into later generations. The billboard, long weathered, finally came down in the late 1980s, but the story endures. To this day, the Sodder children's fate lies between fire and absence, between official record and family memory. Some believe they perished in the flames. Others believe they were taken, their disappearance masked by disaster. What is certain is this: the Sodder house stood only one night longer than its children. Where walls once rose, there is only open ground. But along roadsides, in archives, and in the stories of Fayetteville, the question still lingers. How do 5 children vanish without a trace on Christmas morning? And like a bell struck at midnight, the echo carries on.